opinions from 5 ordinary Joes. With us today we have Joey, John, Joe Bug,
the famous one at that.
Blue McGee, and I'm Sean. Joey, what's first up today on the news?
WWE has released King Barrett, Santino Marella, Cameron, Hornswoggle, Alex Riley, El Torito, and Zeb Coulter, and fan favorite Damien Sandow. There is reporting that there are more WWE releases yet to come. What do you guys think about the firings and what the future holds and who could be next? Joe Bug?
Well, Wade Barrett will go. I think they just lost a great talented wrestler in him. And Damien Sandow. They ain't losing nothing on him.
You're crazy.
Come on.
Sandow?
I agree. I think Sandow. When you got somebody who put themselves over, let's get that straight. First off, he put himself
For doing
over.
nothing. For doing nothing.
Even if it was a dumb gimmick, he got over
Yeah.
on his own. To not utilize that for the past 6 months and to just let him go with no warning, I mean, that's ridiculous. Barrett, we kind of saw coming. You know, he's been talking for months about leaving.
I mean, who wants to see Zeb Coulter every week anyway?
Nobody.
You know, and I mean, Damien Sandow, it sucks that he's gone, but I think, you know, it's a loss for the WWE fans, but not to go anywhere else, but it could be a huge acquisition for TNA.
Could
Or
be.
Ring of Honor.
Could be. Or
I
Ring
would
of
watch TNA. I do not watch TNA, but I would watch TNA if Sandow goes to TNA.
I don't think it'll happen. They can't
Which
even
they
pay
are
their
about to go
production.
back. Yeah, anyway.
I mean, who do you think though? Like, was probably going to be on the list? This next list. Do you think Ryback's going to be on there with all this crap that's going on with him?
New era kind of deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's been pretty pissed off here lately about something about not using his character right or whatnot. I think he's next to go. I think he's like the next CM Punk.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of the social outcasts are gone too after this.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, it's stale. It's terrible. In my opinion, it's
It
terrible.
is. And that's another thing. You got people like Mizdow who put themselves over, gone, and then you got people like Curtis Axel who, no matter if he turned into Steve Austin, couldn't get over if he wanted to. You know, I mean, it's impossible.
Well, talking about the social outcast, following the news that Adam Rose was suspended for 60 days for violating the WWE wellness policy, comes reports that he has been arrested for charges of tampering with a witness and battery and domestic violence. The WWE has suspended him indefinitely and has released a statement saying they have zero tolerance for matters involving domestic violence. What do y'all think about that?
I think he's gone.
Oh yeah, he's gone
He should be
for
gone.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel sorry for the guy after watching that. What was it? That special they did on ESPN with him, and seeing about his kid. You know, the special needs kid, and
Yeah.
everything he has to go through. Which, you know, I watched the court video that they did, and they had said something. The judge had actually said something about, you know, I understand it's stressful when you have a special needs child. You know, but I mean, you know, everybody deals with everything differently, but it's not good news for him and his career.
But and also, just what, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, he got suspended because of he violated their substance policy. So that and this, I don't see how he could be still there. Which WWE does the stupidest things in the world, so it's very possible they'll keep him and let him come back and still be a jobber. But
They could put him into their rehabilitation program that they did with some people. I mean, there was Joe Bug. You remember who else they put on that before?
Oh, Jim Neidhart.
It was Jim Neidhart.
Jim
Road
Neidhart
Dogg
was one,
may have been.
and the British Bulldog was another one, but he refused after so long. He refused it, and that's what made him go downhill.
I mean, I don't. Even if they did, I just really don't foresee him having to come back after that. I mean, you know, he'd have to redeem himself. I just don't see it happening. Not with the characters that he's given. It's
Once they suspended him, he will not be back because WWE's done with
Mhm.
completely.
Next up, we have WWE has announced that Emma has suffered a ruptured disc that will require her to have surgery. This adds another name of superstars on the sidelines, including Enzo Amore, Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Neville, Nikki Bella, Randy Orton, and Seth Rollins. What do you guys think of this latest injury, and how does all these superstars out of action?
I mean, you know, it kind of puts WWE in a bind as far as the whole thing with Naomi being gone. That's two people that weren't on there, or was not on there, was Naomi and Tamina, is her name. That was what I read. That was their whole thing of bringing Dana Brooke and Emma in, was to replace them for a while. So, I mean, Emma's good to look at, but as far as the character, I could care less, just to be honest.
Character sucks. She's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
She's a good
I
wrestler.
could agree with you on
As
that.
far as the injuries, I think right now the roster's so thick that they're fine because they don't even have time to put half the roster on Raw anymore.
Everybody wants to see the NXT guys.
Yeah,
It just came up.
and that's cool. You know, of course, like you mentioned, Rollins and Orton, though, we know they're going to be back the next few weeks, hopefully next week or the week after. So,
Well, I mean, that brings into another thing that Vince McMahon had his annual conference call for his first earnings. And he said the next 30 days, the stars will be returning, including Seth Rollins. According to PW Insider, Seth Rollins is working out at the Performance Center and is set to return on June 6th. So Raw could be back sooner if needed.
can't wait to see how he's going to come back. I really don't know what's going to happen, but I hope that when he does come back, that Roman Reigns doesn't beat the crap out of him, and with a flick of a finger like he does everybody else. Because the WWE just pushes Roman Reigns down our throat every week. I can't wait to see Seth back. I hope it's back in the main title action, and hopefully it'll be a good storyline.
I think this is a huge opportunity for them, though, to win with him coming back. Because, first of all, he's going to get a huge pop when he walks out there.
Oh yeah.
Anything that they're trying to do with Roman Reigns is just going to be like, they just wasted the last 6 months. Anyway, I would like to see a face Rollins. I mean, because he's going to be face anyway with the crowd. I mean, and then with the pay-per-view coming up, I mean, there's stuff that could happen there. That's just a prediction of when he might be back. I mean, he could be back before then.
How about Seth Rollins coming back though in a faction? No pun intended.
No.
That's kind of what I'm worried about.
I hope he does.
Not
Honestly.
I'm worried about that because I'm worried that because there's two things that could happen. He could come back and be on Reigns' side and trying to push Reigns to be, over. And then they can and that's not only going to do two things. It's not going to help Reigns and it's not going to help Ambrose. Because Ambrose really needs to be on his own and needs to be put over. No, that's getting off
Not
a different
wrestling.
thing.
That's
And
a whole other topic.
that's, I mean, I just don't know. I think that the faction thing, like if he did with the club or something like that, that might be unique and different. But I don't want to see a Shield yet. I don't want to see a
Or is
Shield.
he just going to revert back to the Authority that we've seen over and over?
I don't know. It's possible because Triple H is laying low, and there's supposed to be a feud between Shane and Stephanie, from what I
It's
hear.
pretty close to Cena's return too.
Yeah. I know.
Probably the week after Cena returns.
Mhm.
So what did y'all think about Raw this week?
I give it a D.
Is that right?
I think I'd say C.
I have to go with John D. on
I think the beginning was absolutely stupid. It was the same. First off, is at the beginning of every episode the last 3 weeks, I keep seeing this same exact thing. The Usos are going to fight the club tonight, and it's like, wow, and that's only happened the last again, and that stuff gets old. But anyway, the fact that this whole bloodline thing is apparently coming about, I just think it's a joke. I can't take the Usos seriously. Roman does look like a big scary guy. Unfortunately, he looks like an idiot at the same time. But the Usos, they're like, I don't know, they're like children.
Yeah.
They're for children, you know. Putting them in black does not impress me at all. And
They
the
were
fact,
good.
The fact they just annihilated the Bullet Club like that, no way.
Well, I don't like the fact they're making Styles look weak either.
Yes.
Thrown out of the ring like that. I've been watching AJ Styles for 10 plus years, and he's never backed down from a fight.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been the one to fight, you know, and that's what it concerns me about Sunday, which, you know, and it concerns me about where's AJ going to go after this feud's over, because just, it's almost like the Usos are like Reigns' little brothers or something, like he's bringing to work that day or something. Yeah, it's like they're annoying. They're really cool people outside of that, you know, but they're just, their character is so terrible. They need to stop doing the Samoan thing. If they're going to do something, put on some gear, do it like a new Shield or something like that. I mean, I really don't want to see
Something
that,
else.
but do something different.
Yeah, they're SmackDown material right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what the Usos are, SmackDown material.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Miz, Cesaro, Owens, and Sami Zayn. Is that supposed to be a fatal four-way?
Fatal 4-way.
Fatal
Extreme Rules?
Yes.
Yep.
That's probably the most exciting match I'm looking forward to.
That'll probably be match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Because Raw, it was a pretty good match on Raw.
It was.
I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it was
Yeah.
interesting though that they switched it up with the tag teams.
Yeah.
Instead of doing the typical, you know, good guy versus bad guy, it was good guy and bad guy versus good guy and bad
And
guy.
I think they'll work together in the
Yeah.
future
Yeah.
as a tag team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it, you know, I love The Miz. The Miz is so, I think he could be over if they really pushed it to the limit. You know, this whole Maurice thing, I think, and the red carpet rolling out thing, I think it's awesome for him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm loving where it's going.
It is.
Then we had the Shining Stars debut. They've been hyping that for a
Garbage.
few weeks.
Garbage.
I
Complete
don't
garbage.
understand why WWE thinks their crowd is so stupid. That what was wrong with Los Matadores? You know, I mean, put them in a different color or something. Let them take their masks off, but they can still be Los Matadores.
Yeah.
We don't have to get 4 promos of them eating in a Cuban restaurant. You know, Ricky Suave. You know, to get this through our heads, they're these new guys, and then they fight 2 guys who I don't even think.
They were locals
Yeah, TNA.
last night?
Yeah,
Yeah.
TNA.
They're probably up and coming NXT guys, just like in the.
I don't even
center.
know. Yeah,
They
it was
didn't look
pathetic. It was typical WWE fashion.
What they're trying to do is like you remember the old Razor Ramon promos back in the
Yeah.
day? That's what they're trying to do, but it's nowhere near because they're not Scott Hall.
I think they did the same thing with Bo Dallas when
They
he first
probably
came
did,
out.
yeah. They
He was just
probably
getting
did.
crack jobbers.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, I
And
think
they ruined
somebody
him.
on their Instagram last night was saying, I'm Puerto Rican and this offends me. You know, I'm just like, okay, well now they're offending people. You know,
Mark
so,
my words, right now, we're saying it right now. They'll never get over.
I don't know.
Never. get
Anybody
over.
with a brain could tell that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who would, you know, it's almost like having them be tag champions is like having Sheamus as world champion, in my opinion. But
What do y'all think about the Asylum match with Dean and Jericho?
It's going to be epic.
It could be epic.
Could be.
It better be a lot better than that Dean Ambrose Brock Lesnar match. That could have been epic, but it wasn't. It was just okay.
Well,
If
Jericho
they-
can
they
wrestle.
turn-
Ambrose can wrestle.
Yes.
And they're both great
If
on
they turn
the
them
mic.
loose, then yes, it could be awesome.
Yeah, which I think they will. I think they're going towards that turn them loose kind of deal. You know,
Good.
just go out there and start beating the hell out of each other.
They need to.
I think it is one of those things that Ambrose, which he's always on, I think. And like, his promo was almost perfect, you know, in the
Yeah.
cage like that. I think he did really good. And they've been trying to throw this lunatic thing around for a while, but like he doesn't want to be known as a lunatic anymore. It's like he wants to be crazy, but also that he has some power behind him. And I think that they did a really good job of starting to push towards that instead of
Yeah.
making him just look like an idiot and eating popcorn and getting beat every week. So
Yeah.
I'm
And
really
that's
hoping
he
he
didn't
gets
lose every match on pay per view.
You want to talk about the New Day a little bit? What they did?
Give them some of that bootios.
Superb as always.
I loved it. I thought it was so neat how Kofi Kingston came out in his old entrance into this little thing, started talking in his Jamaican accent, and I just like this whole thing they're doing with the Vaudevillains anyway. You know, it's been hilarious. You know, they come out, what was it, Derriere Squares?
And Brandon even laughed.
I did laugh. I hate the New Day. I absolutely despise them, but that was pretty funny.
His derriere squares.
You know,
Yeah.
I know when I seen the Time Machine, I was going, okay, we're going back to the future now here.
That was like the last week, though, remember they did the whole thing of these vaudevillains from a bygone era, and Biggie just kind of goes, which wasn't very fair to us. You know, they just show that every week they're pushing that limit, and they're the closest thing right now to people that, like Vince was saying, reaching for that brass ring.
Yeah.
I see in their future Big E as WWE champion, and I see them taking all the titles. That's what I'd like to see, just for a little while, not very long, because that would get stale real quick. But their main event status, in my opinion.
I know we touched on it earlier, but the Club and Usos match they had, just
It should have closed out Raw. That's what should have happened.
Well, yeah, the aftermath of it, the bodies flying everywhere.
Yeah.
I thought Raw was ending 20 minutes early. You know, we really did.
Yeah.
But I guess they thought that Charlotte and Natty signing a contract was more important.
Yeah.
Or had more oomph behind it to close Raw with.
What do you think about that? I mean, you think that feud, Natty and Charlotte?
I think it's cool. Natty deserves to be
Yeah.
up there again, but
Natty's character isn't that great though.
No, it's
No.
not. She's just like, she tries to like pose all the time certain
Yeah.
ways, and it ends up looking stupid.
She tries to take the high road so much it gets annoying.
Yeah, exactly. Her acting's not that great either. I
No.
mean, she's a really cool person, you know, seems to be, but like her acting is. Well, Charlotte's all right. Charlotte's not that great either,
No.
but you know, both of them together, I think after this they just need to. Get
speaking
going.
of that, Dana Brooke,
A beast.
Yeah.
She's a beast.
Dana. Yeah.
I will say she's a very, very good wrestler. I'm upset that they let her beat Becky Lynch on Raw on her debut, but you know they do a lot of things I don't agree with. But
I mean, usually that's
I feel like Becky's just
that's the order of
sliding.
things,
It's
unfortunately.
like they just bring divas in, women championship
Material.
Contenders.
Women's wrestlers.
and bring them up and then like tease them and then there they go. At least Paige, when she debuted, she got to win it twice.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks.
yeah, where's
Injury.
she been?
Is she injured?
I think she's injured.
I heard something about that yesterday. Yeah.
I mean,
Think she-
it's crazy.
Is she not? Oh, wait, we're getting special report. We're getting told that
She
she's
said that
not-
she's off TV for a long-term storyline or something like that.
storyline. So in other words, she's going to come back and win the championship. She was back.
We can only hope.
Well, hopefully they could be pushing the Bailey coming up from NXT, and you know that could be next year's WrestleMania, which will be awesome. Let's talk about Extreme Rules. Let's go through each match and let's give your reason why they're going to win and who's going to win. John, first up we have the women's title, Charlotte and Natty.
By rights, I think Natty should win, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to stick with Charlotte. And I see Joe Bug making a face over there. But I think Natty deserves it, but I've just got this feeling that they've been putting all this crap against Charlotte and they're wanting to show her as a strong champion. And I think Charlotte's going to win.
The only way Natty would win is if she paid off the referee like Charlotte did. But my opinion, going with Charlotte.
Who is the referee that's getting paid off? What's his name?
Charles Robinson.
That's right. He will be in that match. And the reason why Charlotte's going to win is because of him, because Flair's not going to be there. And I think Charlotte's going to win just to, you know, keep that feud going.
Yeah.
Maybe not that feud, but a feud with Rick and Shane,
Yeah.
because that's going to be coming up. And you know he can't take, he can't take much.
He
more.
no 60.
I thought he broke his hip last
He
night.
ain't no 60 minute man no more.
Yeah, he landed right on it.
I'm going to, since everybody seems to agree on Charlotte, I'm going to say Natalia wins.
Which you know in your heart of hearts that
It's probably not going to happen.
Charlotte's going to win.
I want to believe something, but I think Natalia's going to win for the exact reason Joe Buck said. It's going to be interference by the referee on her favor this time to make up for the last time. So Natty wins. I'm calling it
Interesting.
by referee interference.
But
But
two, you got
remember though, yeah, it is submission.
But two, you got a point is too. Flair's banned from ringside. But two, he could still come down there dressed up as a woman or another
God.
man.
All right, next up we got the U.S. title, Rusev and Kalisto.
Well, I don't even know if that match is going to happen now.
Yeah.
But if it does
Yes.
happen, Rusev, easily. And if they don't, then WWE, you're stupid. Because there's no way Kalisto could beat him. So they're just done with it.
I go on Rusev.
Rusev, yeah.
Rusev.
Just how it's going to be.
Just because he got a hot looking woman right on.
You got that right.
All right, then we got the Vaudevillains versus the New Day.
I'm going to go, and my heart tells me to go New Day, but I'm going to go Vaudevillains. I think they're going to try to go with a chance. I think I'm going to be optimistic and say they're going to go with something. But at the same time, I'm like, well, are they going to try to make New Day longest reigning tag team champions? But I'm just going to say Vaudevillains because I'm just going to say Vaudevillains. That's why. I don't have a reason. Joe Buck.
That's a very good point on that. But I'm going to have to go with New Day on this one.
Yeah, I'm going with New Day just because it should have been Enzo and Cass, and now they had to, flip the script because he got hurt. And I think if it would have been Enzo and Cass in the ring with them, they would be the champions, Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Because they just had to breathe and they were over with the crowd.
Yeah.
New Day, they had to work.
Yeah.
They had to work at that. So,
Well,
I'm going New Day,
and Vince held
unfortunately.
him back. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
But too, though, going back to that payback thing, I'm not so convinced Enzo and Cass would have won that match because they were still doing the Dudley Boy thing too.
I
So
had heard reports
disagree.
that the Dudleys were supposed to come down and interfere, disqualify them, pretty much, or something.
yeah,
Mess with them, make them lose or something. Anyway, I'm going with, I don't know, I just feel like a New Day. New Day's going to get it. That's too big a change. We're not going to have.
Nobody wants to see the bottom line win. They don't deserve it yet.
no, they don't.
We
They
should
don't.
have
They
2
don't.
weeks
They
there,
don't.
and again,
They've not
maybe
earned
the
it.
exact
No.
reason they
No.
do win.
I don't want to see
It
it
makes no
either.
sense.
But it could just, from a story point, storytelling point, it could be more fuel to give the New Day. But I don't know.
You don't know what's going to happen with this new era,
Yeah.
whatever's going on right now.
And even if the Vaudevillains win, the New Day may come out on Raw the next night still the champions,
Yeah.
like WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's no real direction.
Because we're
in
so
this new
stupid,
era.
we didn't see that.
But
All right, next up we got the Intercontinental match with Miz, Kevin Owens, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn. Is this just a fatal 4-way, or is it
Yeah, fatal
anything nothing
four-way.
special?
Yeah. Just
Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna say the Miz. I'm gonna stay with the Miz. I was gonna be different. I'm thinking they may give it to Sami Zayn,
That would be awesome.
but I'm kind of like with you guys, like on the Vaudevillain thing. Like I don't know if he's quite earned that yet. He's only been there 2 months, even though I think he's really good. I think maybe it sticks with the Miz for a little bit, just because of his character and what he's doing with it.
I have to disagree with you and go with the Swiss Superman, Cesaro.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. I forgot he was in the match.
I did too. That's why he's not going to win. So I think it's going to be Sami Zayn wins by pinning KO. And that feud's going to go on, you know.
Yeah.
All right,
It's going to set them up for WrestleMania next year.
I agree.
Because Kevin Owens beat Zayn last time, and he made a big deal about it.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of stuff I don't want them to do. And Sami Zayn winning is something I don't want to happen. So Sami Zayn's probably going to win. I'm going
You don't want
with
to see
Sami
Sami Zayn?
Well, he ain't been there long enough.
It just doesn't matter. Did you see that match
cheesy.
with him and Cena when he blew his
Oh, yeah.
shoulder
Yeah.
out?
He's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
cheap.
That was phenomenal.
I like him. I mean, I
He's
really
a B
do.
plus player.
No. No, your problem is you don't watch NXT enough. But I don't think any of us watch it that much. But, you know, the whole Sami Zayn thing, like, I would like to see that. I like the him and Kevin Owens thing, but I'm hoping that they're done with that because I'd like Kevin Owens. I know we're going to pay-per-view ahead, but I'd like Kevin Owens to win Money in the Bank.
Next up, we got the best in the world at what he does. Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose in his Asylum match. Seems interesting. Are they gonna put Dean over?
I want to say Ambrose, but I'm going to pick Jericho because Jericho. The reason why is Jericho has a history of not wanting to put new guys over. He did it with Styles at WrestleMania. He clearly should have lost that match.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I love Chris Jericho, but I think like his personal ego is a little too much. And if you're out there, Chris, watching, I do apologize. I'm going with Jericho.
I guess I will go with him too because, heck, he's from the land of extreme anyway, so I might as well go with him. And Chris, nothing against you, but Dean might beat the crap out of you Sunday.
I'm going Jericho, just because of that point that you made.
Yeah.
You know, they got such a big reaction of, you know, Styles losing the night after.
Yeah.
You know, buried him and all this other crap that they'll probably do it again.
I think so.
Nope.
Ambrose,
Ambrose
you think?
He's got to, man. He's lost like 3 of the last pay-per-views he's wrestled at.
That's
Every
what
time he
Vince wants.
gets a big match, he loses.
Exactly.
And that's ridiculous.
But I think
Even
that's-
if Jericho loses, though, he's not putting Ambrose over. Ambrose has put himself over long ago.
But yeah,
He's
but
not
at the
really
same-
new anymore.
But at the
He's
same
not-
time, you have to think about people that are stupid. Now, oh well, he beat Chris Jericho, so that means he's really good. You know, most fans are not like us. You know, they don't see it the way we do. You got your little Cena fans in there, and you got your little Roman Reigns fans in there, and then they're like, oh, there's their friend Dean Ambrose. That's all he is right now, and it sucks. But
I disagree, man.
I
That place
know.
explodes when his music goes
it
on.
does. But at the same time, they're, oh, here comes Roman's friend that we can cheer
Everyone
for.
wanted Ambrose to beat Reigns.
Yeah.
You know it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
Ambrose
I'm
wins.
talking. I'm not talking about the normal fans like
Ambrose
us.
wins
I'm talking
sometimes.
about the moms and the dads that occasionally watch it. Like that
I
family
know.
was sitting in front of me that didn't
Didn't know
react
nothing.
at all when I went. You know, last year. You know, that's what I'm saying. Those kind of people are like, oh, here comes Roman Reigns fan or friend. So like, that's my point. Of like,
You should talk
he should.
talk
He,
to your aunt.
he, he should be put over. That's what I'm saying. Like, Jericho should do him the favor and let him win, but I don't think he's going to. I think Jericho's pride is a little too much.
Well, he needs to go if that's the case, because he's done anyway. They just make up storylines for him every time a pay-per-view ends now. It's ridiculous.
I heard Jericho's on his way out too,
Yeah, I heard that
So-
too.
but you know,
It's hearsay.
it's Vince. He's crap too.
The final match is the World Heavyweight title. Roman Reigns and AJ Styles.
Well, I see a big fuster cluck going on, and I just see it being. I think it's going to end in typical fashion. I think Reigns is going to win. Other than a miracle of Finn Balor arriving finally, but I don't know about that either anymore. I don't really know about anything. But I think Reigns beats him clean again because that's just typical of them. It's stupid.
Clean.
But I think so. I think he's going to beat him clean because that's what they're trying to build him up to be. Is he don't want to use that chair, and squint my eyes a little bit.
Not with the Busos and the club out there. It's not going to be clean at all.
I don't know. I'm not going to put it past WWE though, because they've got so much confidence in him. They think that's what everybody wants. When everybody in the crowd is booing him out of the building.
I don't know who they are though.
I'm talking about
has
like.
confidence in him because it's just
I
Vince.
know.
It's just Vince. That's it.
I think it's just Vince. I think it's Vince's pride.
Well, we can get the big guy shut up over here for a minute and let me speak. Are you done
I'm
now?
passionate about
Are
it.
you
man.
done now?
I'm passionate about
All right, now are you done?
it. Whatever. Do whatever you want to, man.
Well, they're
This
not
kitty's
ready.
gonna win, bro.
What? They're not ready for AJ to win because he's not been there long enough. So Roman Reigns will retain the title on Sunday.
Reigns will retain.
Yep. Unfortunately, I'd give anything if they would prove me wrong, but it's going to be the same old crap. Roman's going to win, even though no one in the stadium wants him to.
He's going to stand on the ring post while they
stand
boo
there.
him out of the freaking building.
But he's still on the
Again.
hill. He's just the guy, whatever that is.
But he's not a bad guy. He's
I would love to see the just a shock, though. I would love to see a shock,
Return.
possibly, and something happen differently. And again, if AJ wins the belt, that to me is as big a surprise as when Sting came back. Because
Yeah.
I'm just not going to believe it's going to happen. Until it happens, it's just not going to happen.
It almost makes me scared though too of Reigns. If AJ did win, that's who John Cena would go after when he comes back, and then win his 16th championship after that.
I don't care who wins.
I mean, because they're not going to do Roman, and they're not going to do Roman and John at Money in the Bank or anything like that. They're going to wait till like SummerSlam or WrestleMania to do that. But I think AJ is ready. Because you did stuff like Paige won her first night, and stuff like that. There's been other people too, through history that's done it. But I don't see him doing it right now.
No, because WWE tortures people from other establishments, especially someone like AJ Styles.
AJ Lee.
You got AJ Lee.
Wrestling, well, we know what they did to AJ Lee, but AJ Styles, who spent that many years with a competitor, they're not just gonna, unless some miraculous, just miracle happens and they prove me wrong, it's not gonna happen.
They could have two big surprises if they brought Seth and if they did Finn.
Oh, that would blow the roof off.
Yes.
And we can only hope for that, but it's gonna happen probably.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm worried about Rollins. Like, are they going to have him side with Roman to try to, when he comes back,
No,
to
not
try
really.
to have him put over because they're just that stupid right
I
now.
hope Rollins puts his foot down if that's.
I do too.
Well, dude,
Roman's not going to get put over.
No, he's not.
He will never be put over. He's been trying for how long has he been champion now? Guesstimate
Since
couple
WrestleMania
couple-
2 months.
Okay, yeah. a
Well,
couple
but on
months.
and off for the last 6 or 7
Yeah.
months. Yeah.
And booed out of the building. When you're booed out of the building at WrestleMania, and you're a face, supposedly, you're not getting over. I'm sorry.
I still think though that if they booked him right and turned him heel and made everybody really hate him,
Yes.
that he could have what happened to The Rock, because people hated The Rock. He was Rocky Maivia coming in with all that, looked like a big peacock walking in there with all that stuff that he had, And I think if they did something like that and really I'll be honest with you, I like this tough guy persona that Roman's doing, but I don't like it in the way that it's been presented.
Like when he speaks.
Yeah, he just needs to shut his
Tater
mouth.
toss.
Yeah, he's like a baby heel right now.
Yeah.
He is.
He's in between, and it's not working for him.
Just the difference between him and Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I mean, like, I always remember watching The Shield, like when I first got back into it, thinking, oh, Roman's just their little bodyguard dude. You know, I remember thinking Rollins was, you know, the architect, and then when I first started watching, I thought maybe Ambrose was the leader of it before I knew everything. So, just their personalities versus his, it's just ridiculous. They've got to do something, and I think they're going to miss that opportunity, and they're never going to. Like Brandon said, Reigns is just going to suffer from it. And I feel bad for him because honestly, you know, he probably works his butt off. He probably, you know, really gets in the gym and does what he needs to do. And
I think he would enjoy it more if he was a heel.
yeah, I think you would too. Yeah,
Because he's got to hate it.
I would. I mean,
Yeah.
you could see it on his face when he walks out there. That's what we were talking about before. Like, I would just be like, would you please just turn me heel? Or he could go out on a limb on his own and do something that really pisses them off in the back.
And
like
it
Stone
wouldn't-
Cold
it-
used
it
to
would
do.
actually work.
And that, yeah, and then that would be it. There you go. Because
Yeah.
the second he takes that a chair or does whatever and hits somebody with it, that crowd is going to go nuts. Because they're going to be like, finally, we're going to get what we want to see. You know, a heel Roman Reigns.
Mhm.
But I just don't foresee it happening unless they're going to bring.
Unless they're going to put the Bullet or the club, help him out Sunday, and he turns on his own family Sunday.
But we've been hoping for that for months.
Yeah.
But hey, it could happen.
It could.
It could. And I hope
It
you're
could.
right. I'll buy you a smoothie if you're right. So,
Don't buy me this movie, buy me a big old steak dinner, buddy.
I ain't going to that.
Well, fine, buy me a foot long hot dog. I'll be alright.
One of our members we like to refer to as the Wrestling Encyclopedia, Joe Bug. So each week we want to do a segment where we ask him a question and try to stump the bug.
Joe Bug, what was the first match of WrestleMania 1?
That would be Tito Santana and the Mass Executioner.
You're correct.
And if you think you can stump the bug, send your questions to thefactionwrestling@gmail.com.
You think you can stump me? Send your questions to the faction on the website, and I will answer them at the next show.
Thanks again, everyone, for joining us on the premiere of our show, The Faction. You can tune in each week to hear our terrible opinions on news and reviews of WWE wrestling. If you like what you hear, follow us on any of the social medias below.
Hit that subscribe button and give us a like.
Make sure
Eat your bootios. They make sure you ain't booty.
I ain't saying it.